Today's libation is for George Washington Carver. George Washington Carver, 1864 to January 5th, 1943. An American agricultural scientist and inventor who promoted alternative crops to cotton and methods to prevent soil depletion. He was one of the most prominent black scientists of the 20th century. While a professor at Tuskegee Institute, Carver developed techniques to improve types of soil depleted by repeated plantings of cotton. Apart from his work to improve the lives of farmers, Carver was also a leader in promoting environmentalism. He received numerous honors for his work, including the Spingarn Medal of the NAACP. In an era of high racial polarization, his fame reached beyond the black community. Let's do this George Washington Carver quote. How far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all of these. Wow. Let me read that quote one more time. How far you go in life depends on how far you go in life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all of these. George Washington Carver. Wow, I'm mad I never heard this Carver quote until now. I'm sure my friends who are Tuskegee alums have heard this already. This quote hit home. I'm currently obsessed with understanding and completely fulfilling each stage in life. Something about my father passing not too long ago and watching my peers lose their parents helps me see how fleeting each stage is. And it's just like grade school. As soon as you get used to being a sixth grader at the top of your school, all of a sudden you're a seventh grader at the bottom rung again. Learning the ropes all over again, barely keeping what confidence you had from the years before that had gotten you to your current position. As I age, I understand why my father walked like that, why my toddler thinks like that, or why my teenagers are ambitious the way they are, and why politicians and business leaders speak with the confidence they do. I am glad I am learning how to be the best me no matter what phase I'm in. I think George Washington Carver would be proud. Thank you, George Washington Carver, for this quote. Let's pour a libation for him. We never forget, so never fear. For homies who ain't here, we pouring out a beer. Because of you, it'll never be the same. We keep saying your name while we pour champagne. For the mothers and the father figures, your flame still flickers. We pouring out some liquor. We're the sons and the daughters of heroes and martyrs. Honor you by pouring out some water. Friends, thank y'all very much for joining me this morning for our libation for the one and only George Washington Carver.